Is there a solution that allows camber plate top mounts for a McPherson strut, he means there, without the harshness of a Pillowball top mount? Yeah, I mean, really, this is a typical trade-off you get anytime you're upgrading your suspension in terms of getting rid of rubber bushings and putting in solid spherical bushings. You get a compliance gain in that you don't get all that flex, you get all of the rubber style bushings. The downside of that, you get a lot more NVH, that's noise, vibration, and harshness. That's all the stuff that the OEMs and the manufacturers are fighting so hard to work against, and the reason they spend all of that money developing those actually surprisingly sophisticated bushings and stuff in our suspension, and then we go ahead and destroy it all by putting solid bushings or solid bearings in there, which, you know, for track use is a good call, but it does make them pretty unpleasant on the road sometimes. I mean, when you say Pillowball there's a couple of different ways people use that term Pillowball. Sometimes it means a completely solid spherical bearing in that top mount, and other times it means a spherical bearing that's actually encased in some sort of polymer or rubber around the outside. So it's trying to give sort of like a halfway point between a fully rigid bearing and something that gets rid of a little bit of the vibration and harshness by encasing it in a bit of a rubber sleeve. So I would say that's what I would call a traditional Pillowball, where you do have a solid bearing or a solid spherical bearing, but it's encased in some sort of rubber. So it sort of gives you that halfway in between point between a fully rubber top mount and a full-on hardcore, just solid top mount. So I would say, you know, if that's really important to you, you want to come back a step, maybe you could look at looking at genuine Pillowball. I'm not sure if you mean a solid bearing or not, but really, other than that, if you're using solid bearings and you want the performance out of it, that's really your only option. You just got to deal with the poor mileage, noise, and vibration that comes along with it. That question was taken from one of our free live lessons. If you like free stuff and you want to expand your knowledge, click the link in the description to claim your free spot to our next live lesson. You'll learn about optimizing the performance and handling of your car on the racetrack, as well as improving your skills behind the wheel. Plus, you'll have the chance to ask your own questions, which we'll be answering live.